with me now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As you are doing this, think about how your lungs are expanding as you breathe in and contracting as you breathe out. In a disease called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, or IPF for short, breathing isn't so easy. This fatal condition involves excessive scarring of the lung tissue. Now, this isn't ordinary scarring that occurs when you or I get a simple cut on the skin, but it is extreme in nature and leads to hardening of the lungs, making the uptake of oxygen difficult. Unfortunately, the median survival of patients with this disease is a mere 2 to 3 years, and currently, there are no curative treatments. As this disease is idiopathic, or of unknown cause, we don't quite understand the underlying processes that bring it about. In order to better treat, or even potentially cure fibrosis, we must get a better view of the targets for therapies and figure out how to best direct our aims at them so we strike that bullseye. My name is Vierhout, and as a student in the Ask Lab, I play an ongoing game of archery. My research looks at the molecular differences in the lungs of patients with IPF compared to normal healthy lungs. What is so different in IPF that causes this excessive scarring, whether it be cells, genes, or proteins, and can we modify them to cure disease? Currently, we are looking at cells called macrophages, which are a type of white blood cell involved in the wound healing process. What's interesting is we don't quite know if macrophages are the friend or the enemy. We believe that macrophages are the likely culprit behind scarring gone wrong, but we also believe that if we're able to modify their behavior, they may be the savior that helps resolve disease. By studying both human lung tissue and blood, we're able to look at the differences of macrophages with and without IPF in real examples of the disease in patients. Through state-of-the-art imaging and analysis technologies, we're able to pick up on markers or unique signatures in the disease. Once we find a difference that seems promising, this gives us a clear view of the targets at which we can shoot our arrows. Through this game of archery, I hope that someday we can give IPF patients that breath of fresh air and hit that target right at the bullseye. Thank you.